some comments in between. The result of receiving knowledge from a self-realized soul, or one who knows things as they are, is learning that all living beings are parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The sense of a separated existence from Krishna is called Maya. Ma means not, and Ya means this, not this, Maya. Some think that we have nothing to do with Krishna. Many people think, oh, God doesn't exist, or he's dead, or we're all God, or we can become God, but that's a little different from what Prabhupada and Krishna are explaining here. Some think that we have nothing to do with Krishna, that Krishna is only a great historical personality, and the Absolute is the impersonal Brahman. Factually, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the impersonal Brahman is the personal effulgence of Krishna. So what we call the Brahma-Jyoti, or the impersonal oneness, or the supreme consciousness, that is the effulgence, the blinding effulgence, the personal blinding effulgence from Krishna's body. Factually, as it is stated, as I said, I'm repeating that, Krishna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the cause of everything, including the impersonal Brahman. My comment. In the Brahma Samhita, it is clearly stated that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, Sarva Karana Karna, as Lord Brahma says, cause of all causes. Similarly, the living entities are also expansions of Krishna. You and I were expansions of God. The Mayavadi philosophers wrongly think that Krishna loses his own separate existence in his many expansions. This thought is material in nature. We have experienced in the material world that a thing, when fragmentally distributed, loses its own original identity. So if you take a piece of paper and you rip it up in pieces, the original piece isn't the same, not even there, it's in pieces. So to think that God, when he expands himself unlimitedly, doesn't exist exactly as he was before, that's a mistake. That's a mundane material conception. Similarly, the living entities are also expansions of Krishna. The Mayavadi philosophers, or the impersonal philosophers, wrongly think that Krishna loses his own separate existence in his many expansions. As I read, this thought is material in nature. We have experience in the material world, I'm repeating myself, but the Mayavadi philosophers fail to understand that absolute means that 1 + 1 is equal to 1. It's spiritual mathematics. And that 1 - 1 is also equal to 1. This is the case in the absolute world. So mathematics and everything else in the spiritual world is completely different. It's like this world is like a reflection, a perverted reflection, or a shadow of the absolute. So everything here originally comes from the spiritual world, but it's limited, it's temporary, and it's also full of darkness. For want of sufficient knowledge in the absolute science, we are now covered with illusion. So this is important to understand, that even though we, well, at least I think I know everything, I understand everything perfectly, and in fact, anyone who disagrees with me or thinks differently must be crazy. That's the material mentality. But actually the reality is anyone who comes into this world is covered with illusion. All of us are covered with illusion. And it's important to recognize that. Not that it's wrong, it's just reality. It's not bad. and therefore we think that we are separate from God, from Krishna. Although we are separated parts of Krishna, we are nevertheless not different from him. The bodily difference of the living entities is Maya, or not actual fact, illusion. We are all meant to satisfy Krishna. By Maya alone, Arjuna, who Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita to, as you can see on the cover, I mean, he's not speaking there, they're fighting, but Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita. And you can, if you go to India, you'll find the place where that was spoken, Kurukshetra. Still there. Many historical evidences are there. By Maya alone, Arjuna thought that the temporary bodily relationship with his kinsman was more important than his eternal spiritual relationship with Krishna. I'm going to share with you also a history from